Day 11. It's fascinating to do one of these a day because usually when I make videos, I can make them, I have very different messages, every one, and sometimes I'll make 2, 3 a day and have all kinds of different things. And when I look at this 100-day video series, what I want to do is tell you the most authentic truth that I'm experiencing right then. So often each video sometimes can be a very little change from yesterday, but still a little bit. And little changes each day overall are way more transformational and way more permanently life-changing than quick changes right away. Like if you have a vision board and you're going, I'm going to make $1 million like immediately, and you're putting so much effort into it. And the more effort and trying you put into it, the less of what you really are actually is involved. Like I've learned, from years of watching a lot of achiever programs, and these people are going to make it happen. And they're sitting there and they see the vision of what they want to be, and they're going to make it happen. They're going to get there. And the first thing is this part of you that sees yourself here is got a vision of you here. So if you have a vision of what you want and then you achieve that, first of all, you didn't change. Just your achievement did, your bank account did. And what this experience is the opposite. It's staying with yourself so you can let go of a lot of that ambition and achiever mentality that's getting in the way of you becoming in the true alignment of what you really, really, really are. Because most people run around thinking who they are is their past story. So to give you an example, I think I've said this before somewhere, but if you're someone who thinks of yourself as I make $50,000 a year, well then making $1 million a year would be death to who you think you are. So even if you really want it, you're going to be pushing so hard because and you also don't believe you can really do it. You don't believe in here that you can do it because the story that you have about yourself is I'm someone who makes $40,000 a year. So it'd be more believable to you to make $41,000 next year. So your goal is overall silly and not sustainable. That's what people do on New Year's resolutions. They go, I'm going to do this, and this year I'm going to do it, and they arbitrarily just decide because it's a new year on the calendar that we made that they're going to achieve their thing. And that's great, but such a high percentage of the people stop it at the end of the first month. And this is not that. This is taking that voice that says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And it's observing it until it leaves. Because that ambition, I believe, is getting in the way of what we really are. That belief about ourselves in the past is in the way of what we really are. And we haven't got to identify what we really are yet. And we might never, ever actually fully identify it. But we're every day chipping away a little more at what we're not, at that ambition, that force, that needing to make it happen. Because under all of that crap is a real force in you. When you're not fixing problems, when you're not in anxiety, when you're not in an over-addiction because you're just so stressed because you're trying to fix something or you wish you were somewhere that you're not. I believe that almost all of us on this planet are constantly spending our lives wishing we were somewhere we were not. And because of that, real life change can't come in. Because you're not accepting where you are first so that you can grow and align with yourself. You're in war with where you are. And it's so normal to be at war with where you are that real change can't happen. Real what you are can't happen. It's like if you have a bad smell in a Tupperware container and we're putting a lid on it, we got to let it out so that what we really are can rise up. But if you put a lid on it because you're in war with it. You're trying to get somewhere else. That smell's going to get worse and worse and worse. And so there's a giant story about what we are, that we have right now. When you think about it, when I think, who are you? Most people will think of their past accomplishments. They'll think of what their job is, even what their name is. That was given to you by your parents arbitrarily. They could have just been drunk and said, let's name him Kyle. Who knows? So what you are is not your name. What you are, it can't be your body, because your body changes all the time and you've existed through all of it steadily. It can't be what you believe right now, because your beliefs changed all the time. I believed such different stuff 15 years ago than I believe now, and I was existent there, and my body was totally different then. So I can't be my body. I can't be my beliefs. So I don't know what I am, but I can keep seeing what I'm not, and then stop attaching myself to that story. So these videos sometimes might seem similar every once in a while, although I guess this one isn't, and maybe they won't. But I'm working from a place of, instead of trying to achieve something amazing that I can see right now, gradually letting go of all these things I'm not, and getting in the alignment of being the greatest that I can be, which accidentally will achieve so much more than what I could come up with in my mind right now. So this isn't about making it happen. This is about letting it go. And that's what I'm doing every day. When I sit and I meditate, it does feel painful, because all this stuff comes up and it goes, oh, this, and it's fighting itself and it's trying to stay alive. And I have to just let it go and go, wow, that wasn't me, that wasn't me, that wasn't me. And feel more and more powerful as I let go of this ambition and trying and force and stress and fixing. And then I'm more and more just here and capable of doing so much more. And a lot of people that are watching this, if you're watching this, you'll just understand that intellectually, and it will never happen until you experience it. So I always encourage you to experience your results now and you doing it, because what you're doing is watching someone go to the gym and doing it to encourage you to also go to the gym. But you don't want to just watch someone and not do the meditation. That would be like watching someone at the gym but not getting on a treadmill. So you'll find your own journey and your own storyline if you allow yourself to just sit and listen and allow and identify all these stories that you're not and connect with yourself. So day 11.